guys, it's Krista with the Cubicle Blindness, and I thought that I would participate today in the book babble going on over at I Eat Words. Farrah's discussion this week is regarding book limits, checkout limits at your local library for e-copies, copies that you download to your computer and read from there. So I guess there was an announcement, and I think she said it was from Harper Teen, has decided to set a limit on how many times their book can be checked out of library system before they require the library to buy a new copy of the book. And that limit was 26. And I have to say that I think that is awfully small. It's a small number. So I personally, when my library had adopted the internet lending program, I went out and bought myself a Sony e-reader because it allows me to put the e-published books onto it, so I don't have to sit down at my computer and read. I can carry this around like my Kindle and read it, keep it in my purse, whatnot, and the books on it, you know, they disappear after my lending time is over. And then I go and re-borrow the book. I have never thought of an instance where I won't be able to have access to that book to finish it. It's a library book. So for them to set limits is definitely going to change the way that I personally borrow books from my library. Because one, I can afford new books. Other people in my community can't. The lending system, to put a limit on, you know, it's just ridiculous. You have a book on the shelf for 1 or 2 years, and then they require that you go buy a new copy of the book or whatever because it's considered used, because it's been there for a while, whatever their rules are. That same kind of rule should apply to the e-published books. They should be allowed an amount of time and not a number of times. I don't like limitations like that at all. It really bothers me. I know that a lot of times I check out 5 or 6 books at a time. I don't get through all of them, and the books that I'm not getting through, that is damaging the count number for another person to check out that book. I just think that's ridiculous. So I'm very glad that I caught this book babble this week, because it's definitely going to change the way that I use my library's lending program, especially when it comes to Harper Teen published books, and maybe just take a pass on them from now on, because there are people in my community that don't have the luxury of going out and buying the book like I do, and I consider that being selfish on my part to check it out knowing that I may not get to it and somebody else may really want that book. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the subject, and thanks for bringing it to my attention, Farrah, and I will see you guys soon. Happy reading!